Okay, this is a SCAR takedown video. So the first thing to do is to strip the SCAR of all external features such as sling, grenade launchers, magazines, scopes, all got to come off. So we'll do that first and then we'll take another look. Okay, so here with the SCAR with all the accessories taken off. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is to remove the front end. I remove the front end by removing this pin. So you push it out, pull the pin out, and the whole front end will come off. Now I've got rail covers here, so if you're using rail covers they have to come off on both sides. Take off is this sight, which uses a screwdriver in here. We'll just take it off. Now what we can do is take the rear stock off, unfold it. The longer screw must be in the bottom and the shorter screw must be in the top. We can now slide this off and put this to one side for safekeeping. What I suggest you do is put the longer screw in the bottom and the shorter screw in the top. Close it up so you will remember which way they go back. This plate at the back will now just pull away. Now what we need to do is to remove this top rail. Now on mine it's got Allen key headed bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4 that I've made and put on myself. Whatever they are, you have to take the top rail off, so I'll do that now. Now what's important is that these screws are kept with the top rail. So position the screws out on the table in order that you've taken them off the rail. And when you've done that, the rail will lift off. Now inside here, when you split this apart, there are some little nuts, square nuts, that sit in the recess along the plastic. These are loose and they will all fall out when you take the side off. So it's important to have some pointed nose pliers to pick them up, and also to remember they are all the same size but they must go back in or you won't be able to do the body up. So I'm going to take this side off. What I'm going to do next is take the front rail off. So they're removed. The next two things we remove are the screws here. That came off too. Again, put this just to one side. Now there's a pin here that you're supposed to be able to push out. Now mine's extremely stiff, so the very first time you do this, if you separate the body, and you can pull on this and it will come out. Now as you see here, I've actually broken mine off. I snapped part of it off and I ended up cutting the rest off. That saves you having to knock this pin out. Now you have to knock this pin out if you want to take the gearbox out. Nuts that I told you about are here. They go into little recesses along the top. There's another one here. There's one at the front. And there's one here that, as I pulled it out, it's gone missing, so you have to find it. So here is a nut. So you need to take that out and put it with the others that go along the top here. So you need to make sure you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 square nuts and a normal nut, and they will go in here. 1, 2, there's 1 down here, 3, 4. Now you can take off this sliding plate. The way that comes off is you undo your bolt lever here. You can then release this spring here. It's like a long nail. You actually pull it up and out. You can take it off. It will then allow you to slide this all the way back, and there's a plate here, a runner plate, with 3 little screws in. They're tiny little screws, but you can either undo all of them or just one. You can undo all of them, but it's easier just to undo one, which gives enough leverage on this to pull it out, to be able to take this out of here. Okay, you can undo the second one, it makes it even easier if you like. They're very small screws, don't lose them. I'll take the second one out because it makes it easier when you want to put the bolt cover back on. So by turning it over, we can undo these. We can undo these two. That will now allow this front section to pivot. If you just slightly bend the plastic down, and you can extract your hop-up mechanism and barrel.